What's up everyone, it's Iceman Oz, aka Jay, back again with another video for you guys. Today we're going to talk about Star Wars Battlefront. Is this going to actually be a good game? That is the question on everybody's lips. Now that question's been coming up ever since the game was revealed early on, but now we've seen some actual gameplay footage as you'll see on screen, and this really begs the question, what is this game going to be like? It's really not that far different from the first one. So if you haven't played the first Star Wars Battlefront, it's basically a first and third person shooter. It also has air combat elements. It's kind of like Battlefield in a way. It definitely takes a lot of inspiration from that. So if you have played Battlefield, you will definitely take something from this, and you'll definitely notice some similarities. And those similarities are no coincidence. They're made by the same developer, so it's gonna make sense that, you know, there's obviously some things that are same-ish. That's not necessarily a bad thing, right? But anyway, as you see on screen right now, you'll notice that the map itself looks absolutely stunning, and that is to be expected with the Frostbite engine, man. It is an absolutely beautiful engine, and just the colors are very vibrant. And what I've noticed from this map immediately that they're playing on, by the way, this was done at EA Play, so a bunch of YouTubers got to check it out. I was not there because I'm not one of the cool kids this year, probably something to do with my 5-month hiatus, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, you'll notice how colourful and how vibrant the map is. I love the contrasting that's going on. They aren't afraid to really make the maps vibrant, and I'd love to see that in Battlefield, you know, like, I think that Battlefield 1 has a lot of dingy maps, and I know it's World War 1, but maps like this are really nice. I don't know about you guys, but that's the first thing I noticed when looking at the gameplay. You'll also notice that there are a variety of new vehicles that you can go into, and a variety of new characters. Now, this won't really mean much from a gameplay perspective, mainly due to the fact that you're going to have the same results anyway like you did in Battlefront in terms of your gunfights. The coolest little thing to me was that little droid that runs around and you sit on top of it. That's pretty nice, I must say. But besides that, there's nothing that really stood out to me that looked really drastically different from the first Battlefront. So all I can say here is, if you didn't like the first Battlefront game, you're probably not going to like this one either. Although for those who did like the first Battlefront, you're going to be able to run around with Darth Maul and slash and hack people, so that'll be fun. And I think that the game will have some popularity early on, and then it'll drop off later like it did with the first one. It may not be as popular as the original, because if you remember, the original had so much hype behind it, but it dropped off really fast. And why did that happen? Well, I think that the reason mainly that it happened was people have so many other shooters to play that are out now, right? I mean, we have Counter-Strike, you have Battlefield, you have Rainbow Six Siege, you have so many different choices. And the thing to me is that it did have addictive elements to it. Like, I remember playing the Team Deathmatch variant and really enjoying the gameplay. But what happened was, I don't know, there just didn't seem to be enough depth there for me to really continue on. Let me know in the comments section below if you have the same feeling. I'm sure that many of you, like myself, had great experiences while playing, but it just, I don't know, it just got boring after a while. Like, there's no other way to say it. Could this happen with this new Battlefront title? Absolutely. However, with all this being said, there should be a solution, right? What can the developers do to make this game last longer, and what can they do to make the game better? Okay, first of all, you need to have a server browser, okay guys? Dice, listen, okay, I got massive love for you guys, but listen, it's 2017, bro. You gotta have a server browser, okay? Secondly, free DLC. DLC makes a game grow, and it makes it have sustainability throughout its life cycle. We've seen what happened to Battlefield 1. It dropped off so far in popularity because the additional content, a lot of people just didn't buy premium, and it split up the player base, and eventually it's killed the player base. I will have a video about Battlefield 1 a bit later, and probably in a couple of weeks' time from this video. Anyway, getting back to the point, they need to make sure they have free DLC, free maps, and free new characters. I would say about every 3 months, just to make the game go along. What I think they could do in terms of their development and in terms of the sustainability of the game, like I said, make free DLC and make the server browsers available. Those are the first two essential things. And I think they'll be halfway to making a sustainable game. Now, one of the biggest problems with the original Battlefront, just to back up my point briefly on the DLC issue, I remember Battlefront was having a fairly stable player base for, I would say, probably the first 2 months, right? And then this DLC came out. I can't even remember what it was called at this point. What happened was the player base got split up and it basically killed the game. And that could definitely happen again, like I stated earlier, but hopefully that doesn't happen for the fans of the series. What I'm looking forward to mainly, if we're being 100% honest, if we're talking about a Star Wars game, I'm looking forward to the Visceral Star Wars coming out in 2018. That is going to be a slobber knocker. It is going to be great, I think, because Visceral, but made Battlefield Hardline, massive fan of that game. Visceral have just been known to be great developers in the past, and I think they will really come out with something special. Now, what's happened recently is DICE have been making so many games with Battlefront, they've been making Battlefield, they've been making Mirror's Edge, they've been on top of everything, and to be honest, their games are kind of same-ish. Like, you can kind of just tell they're all really similar to one another, and really that comes with lack of development time. You can definitely tell that they've been working on other games as they've been working on this one, and they all seem to have the same feeling, which really takes away from me being even excited about this new game. I think that it could be good, obviously, but could be is not definite, right? So, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts again in the comments section below what you think about this. I didn't get really excited, and I'm sure though for the hardcore Battlefront fans, they'll be really happy about this. One thing that you will know is that there is going to be a single player this time. So, unlike the original, there will actually be a single player, and that will be fun, right? I think it should have just been there in the first place, but okay, they're finally bringing it in. And it was interesting at the conference, they were saying the main focus of this new title is going to be the campaign, so they proceed to show no campaign and just show multiplayer. So that's wonderful logic there. Gotta love EA. Gotta love their whole setup there. It's just fantastic. It's such a shame that I couldn't come to that. I mean, I am literally crying. I couldn't attend that beautiful place with all those cringy moments and what I would give to be there. No. But yeah, guys, those are my thoughts really on Star Wars Battlefront 2. Although there was that other Battlefront 2, but no one needs to know about that. And yeah, I think it'll be alright. I think that the game will be pretty solid. I think that you will get a decent purchase, but don't expect to play it longer than 2 months because the game's going to die off in probably 4 to 5 months. But yeah, that's my opinion. Let me know yours in the comments section below. Tell me what you think about it. Are you enjoying what you've seen so far? I must say, it looks absolutely wonderful in terms of the visuals. Sound design is spot on. If you want new characters and basically a reskin of the original Battlefront, this is a good way to go. If not, I recommend getting Counter-Strike Global Offensive or I don't know, Siege or The Division, games with actual substance. Now, I should also add, if you're a fan of Star Wars, you will really enjoy this, the amount of characters, and if you just want to hop on and shoot some people, this is also a very good game for that. But like I said, and like I've been repeating, just don't expect to be playing it all the time for years and years. This is not that kind of title, okay? Just wipe that out of your memory banks. So we're nearing the end of this video, but I do want to talk about a couple of things. First of all, the Patreon shout out. I need to give a shout out to Lugas, my boy Lugas, the $18 donor per month. As a Patreon reward, if you donate $18 or more per month, you get a shout out in one of the videos. So there you go, my brother. Shout outs to you. And if you want to check out the other rewards on there, be sure to check it out also in the link below, and you can see what's up there. I've put a lot of effort into it, and I want to make sure that you guys get what you pay for. And the way it works basically is if you have some money in your PayPal, you can just give like $2 a month, and it helps out a lot because YouTube advertisements have gone down the toilets, and you know, it's a lot harder to make it you know, sustainable in terms of putting time into it, because the more I make here, the more time I can dedicate to it and less time I have to dedicate elsewhere, right? It just makes sense. So yeah, I definitely encourage you guys to check that out, because it really does help a lot. And yeah, that's all I really got to say. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I definitely enjoyed making this one. Please be sure to let me know what you thought by leaving a rating in the video. Like, dislike, comment, I don't really care. Just leave your mark on this video so I know you're there. That rhymed, and I do it every time. There you go, guys. Hopefully enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like, share, subscribe, and peace.